Welcome back to the Rangers Man Advantage podcast. This is your host, Jamie. We are coming right after the end of the Rangers Lightning game two. We're going to talk about it. So let's go. All right, Ranger fans, we are back. This is your host, Jamie, with the Man Advantage podcast. How about them Rangers? Wow, what a game. Just the last 4 or 5 minutes there was absolute nail biting time. And the boys hung on. There's a couple times I really thought the puck was going in. Stamkos had two golden opportunities there at the very end. Well, let's start at the beginning when game started and uh, Tampa really. I felt like the first couple minutes had a little bit more pep in their step. Looked like they were skating with a purpose. And then the center face off at center ice, and Ryan Reeves takes a penalty, um, which you know hearing Messier and Chelio say, "Hey, that's a baloney call," basically, and I agree. Like, you don't take one guy there; you take them both. There's nothing is happening with the game at the moment, so whatever. But the referees give Reeves a slashing penalty, and Tampa Bay immediately scores a goal to make it 1-0. And it looked like the puck deflected off of Ryan Lindgren's, like the shaft of his stick. So it's 1-0 Tampa early, and I'm like, boy. And then the next couple minutes, Tampa Bay really controlled the game. The Rangers were playing on their heels. They were in their own zone. They couldn't get out. They were having all kinds of trouble. Um, and then it just seemed like the Rangers finally found their game, and they kind of took over. They did get a power play. Um, they didn't. The Rangers didn't score, obviously, but they got a little bit of their mojo back, and then Keandre Miller had a rush, and he Kreider passed it and to Vetrano. Vetrano hit Keandre Miller in the slot, and Hagel blocked the shot, and it came right back to Miller, and he just kind of wrist shotted it back past Vasilevsky, and that made the score 1-1. Then the Rangers got another power play, and they came up empty again, and it was just really again the Rangers had a lot of chances, but it wasn't pretty for Vasilevsky tonight. He gave up 3 goals, but he made a lot of saves, and I know they weren't pretty and all that, but he did not. It wasn't because of him that they lost. They were well. I'll get to the second period, but I thought Vasilevsky played okay, probably good enough to win. It's just for the Lightning, it just wasn't enough on the offense. Um, and then there was another shift where the Rangers were in the zone and they were kind of kept Tampa hemmed in there as the kids again. And Lafreniere hit the post, and um, it looked like I think he retrieved it and handed it to I think it was Vetrano who no, it was Hedel who passed it over to Adam Fox, and he had Jan Ruda coming at him, and he made Ruda look silly because he just paused and kind of stepped to the right, and then made a pass to Kako, who was all alone in front, and Kako just deflected the puck underneath the bar to make it 2-1. So it's 2-1 at the end of the first, and the Rangers really took over that first period and the second period actually. And the Rangers did not do a lot of east west stuff tonight. I think Tampa made a concerted effort to not give that to the Rangers, so the Rangers sort of just took what the Tampa gave them. And you know, at the end of one, it's 2-1. Shots were like 9-7 or 10-7, something like that. But we go to the second, and it was just more of the same. The Rangers just were coming in waves for about the first like 14, 15 minutes. They had chance after chance after chance. They just could not get that next goal. Um, there was a play where the puck was rolling in and Vasilevsky didn't know where it was, and Corey Perry like moved it with his hand. And it almost went in, and um, Panarin had a great chance. I know that Mott had that great chance. They had a power play and they could not score, and I kept thinking to myself, this is going to come back and bite the Rangers in the rear end because they've had chance after chance and just couldn't get that next goal. Andrew Kopp had a good chance, and Tampa at that point was not even getting any offensive zone time. The Rangers were just coming in waves, and it really looked to me that Tampa was having a hard time dealing with the Rangers' speed and their transition game. Rangers was up and down the ice, up and down the ice. At one point, Miller uh, took the puck in and he went around the net with the puck and he lost it. The puck went the other way. Before Tampa got to the blue line, Miller skated all the way back and retrieved the puck in his own zone. And I was like, well, this guy's just, it was just an amazing shift. Um, then the Tampa started to come on there in the third. I'm sorry, at the last 5 minutes of the second, you could really see that Tampa was starting to find their game a little bit at the end of the second. And then going to the third, I'm thinking, boy, this is this has tough loss written all over it because I'm a Ranger fan, number one. And you've seen this movie before. And they came out, and it was definitely within the first minute where it looked like it was a 2-on-1, and Vetrano had a chance, and he shot the puck wide, and the puck exited the zone. And then as soon as that happened, the Rangers came back in, hit off Kreider's skate right to Fox. Fox fed Zibanejad, who went high blocker side again on um, Vasilevsky, and the puck's in the back of the net. It's 3-1. Huge goal there. And then the rest of the period was very quick moving. There was, like, I think 6 or 7 minutes with no whistles, and it was really not a lot going on either way. I mean, I think Igor made 1 or 2 saves, um, but it didn't get down to, like, crazy time until the last, 5 minutes, and it was still 3-1, and then Tampa found a way to score a goal. Nick Paul scored, and, a good passing play, and Igor, if you look at the replay, he was kind of expecting the shot right there, and wasn't able to stretch out as far as he needed to on the sort of the rat. He Nick Paul just waited for him to go down, and he couldn't stretch anymore. So now it's 3-2, and it's just bananas the last 2 minutes. And the 3 or 4 times I thought the game was going to be tied, and um, pucks being cleared out and not being cleared out, and block shots, and but the Rangers were able to hang on. So we'll take the win either way. I mean, it's a huge win. First time since 1994 of the second round in 94 against the Caps. It's the last time the Rangers opened a home playoff series with 2 consecutive wins. I was at that game actually against um, the Caps. I remember Tikkanen had a goal that game. I think it was like a 5-2 win, but um, think about that. That's 28 years. I mean, a playoff series they've played since then. And starting out at home and always being, like, down 0-2 or 1-1. Seems like every time we play the Caps, we lose game 1 on home ice or game 2. It's one or the other. We split. We didn't split. I don't even know how to feel about this. It's been so long. So, um, but what can you say about these Rangers? I mean, they were coming in waves in the second. The kids were great again. Trouba delivered another huge hit, and it was clean. I don't wanna hear anybody say it wasn't clean. Cirelli came over the middle. Look, they showed the replay. It was perfectly, clean hit. So, um, yeah, what a win. I mean, the kids were great. Igor was great again. Just a little shaky at the end there, but what are you going to do? I mean, Tampa's fighting for the playoff lives. Um, they're going to be tough to beat at home the next two games. Really and truly, all you want is a split. Pray for a split. It'd be nice to win game three, but just win one of the two games. Um, Tyler Mott got a little banged up. Hopefully, he's okay. I was glad that Kako scored tonight. It was a great goal. I mean, Fox made the beautiful pass, but the hands, just a touch around the net. I was happy for Kako. He's been a little bit snake bitten last couple games. Um, what else? The crowd was great. The national anthem was great. Sean McDonough keeps messing up. Keep talking about guys from Boston. Gee whiz. Um, but overall, just a great win. These guys are growing up right before our very eyes. I mean, it's Filipino looks like a completely different player. Lafreniere looks, uh, I mean, he just looks like he's scratching the surface. And Kako, after he scored that goal, he looked like he had a lot more pep in his step and he was more confident. So much to like. Keandre Miller, Braden Schneider, Lafreniere, Heedle, Ryan Lindgren. It's only 24. He's like an old man around here. Um, I mean, just so much fun. Panarin, I thought Panarin was way more engaged in this game as well. Like, I mean, he was good in game one. Don't get me wrong, but he was good tonight too. I mean, sometimes it's in a game where it's 3-2 and you don't score. It's what you're doing away from the puck, the back check. You know, hold on, you turned on the DVD player. Just turn it off. Uh, sorry, but anyway, guys, what do you think? This is amazing stuff happening right now. So let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe. Um, follow me on Twitter at Jamie_hockey. Um, we're guaranteed to have four more games at least four more Ranger games. Winning these two great home games. Crowd's been fantastic. I think the Rangers have won. I think the stat was. Oh, I know what I wanted to say before I go. The Rangers have won. Let's see, they won the last three of the Pittsburgh series. They won four in the Carolina. So they're 9 wins in a row at home. I think that's what it is. Now, since they were down 3 games to 1 against Pittsburgh, okay, the Rangers are 9-3. 9-3. Is that right? Yeah, 9-3. In the last 12 games, they're 9-3. Um, and I think I heard Ferraro say this on the broadcast tonight. They're actually getting better, even though they've played a ton of hockey. He said they're getting better. They're the most improved team since game one of the playoffs against Pittsburgh until now. They're there's there's an old saying like when you are playing against better guys, you need to up your game. You always want to play against good teams because it brings out the best in you. This is exactly what's happening with the Rangers right now. They're rising to the occasion. So, hope everybody has a great Friday night. This was a fantastic way to spend the Friday night with a big Ranger victory. So, hopefully, you guys like and subscribe and follow on Twitter, all that. Leave a comment, and we'll see you guys Sunday, early game Sunday in Tampa. We got, I think it's a 3 o'clock start. So, we'll see you all on Sunday evening. Have a great night.